How's it going, everyone? It's Vivi and welcome to another Sly Cooper video. A line stuck with me in Sly 4. This is still a Carmelita and Sly related video, okay? Previously, a while back, I made a video focusing on their relationship. I made another one focusing on Carmelita's role in a future game. You know, she's gonna be looking for Sly. How is she gonna deal with her personal life and all that? And as for this one, I guess you could call it part 3? I don't know, you decide, okay? Right before Sly faces off with the paradox, Sly and Carmelita were on the verge of saying something. At least for Carmelita, that is. Sly, on the other hand, is more about acknowledgement. At first glance. Let me play the scene.
Hide space! I need to finish this fight here and now, for the whole Cooper clan. And I'm the only one who can glide out of here.
This whole blimp could disappear any second!
Right, so there's no time to argue. Just go!
Sly,
I know, me too.
Right off the bat, when I first came across this scene, I thought, hey, this is cute, this is adorable, they're both acknowledging feelings for one another. At least I hope so, after everything they've been through. However, I might be overthinking, heck, I always do that, but what if there's more that's being implied here? Heck, are they even on the same page in this scene? Carmelita and Sly, is this like a typical I love you too scenario? Or is this finally where both of them acknowledge the way they've been treating one another throughout the series? Sly's on the verge of death in Carmelita's eyes. She's worried, like a lot. When someone is about to die, honesty comes into play, because what is there to lose? Whether someone says a bad thing or a good thing, before they die, they won't even be there to see people's reactions. They feel it's a moment worth for revelation. On Carmelita's part, perhaps she simply implied, I love you. And here's why I think that's a possible scenario. Sly and Carmelita have always had this complicated relationship, both fighting on opposite sides of the law, something acknowledged by Carmelita, you know, balancing out their lives, one being an agent of Interpol, the other being a thief. Ask yourselves this, has Carmelita ever verbally announced her feelings towards Sly before this scene in Sly 4? I don't think so. So it's easily understandable what's going on here on Carmelita's part. She was trying to tell Sly that she loves him, a word which never came out of her mouth, unless behind the scenes when Carmelita thought Sly had amnesia, you know, when they were officially dating. Maybe that could have been when Carmelita told Sly, I love you. However, perhaps she thought that wasn't Sly in his true skin when she was dating him. It was just Sly Cooper, a former thief with faked amnesia.
working on my own these past few days had given me time to think, and I'd realized some things. Sly may have been lying to me the whole time in Paris, but I'd lied to myself as well. In my heart, I knew something was up, but I didn't want to admit it. I wanted to believe he'd changed, that maybe I'd changed him. But Sly was who he was, and I had to accept that.
The fact she believed Sly's nature cannot be changed at the end of the day, she thought this is the real Sly Cooper she fell in love with. The real Sly which she's yet to acknowledge feelings towards. The fact it took her this long to announce her feelings, if that is the case in this scene, I understand. As said in the previous video, Carmelita will struggle with what's right and wrong. She's a woman who works off principles. She's an agent of the law after all.
We both fight for justice. We just do it from opposite sides of the law. The question is, can I live with that? Honestly, I don't know.
Falling in love with a wanted thief in Paris perhaps isn't what she envisioned a long time ago. Another possible scenario, since Carmelita felt there's a risk of Sly dying in the scene going after the paradox, she thought she should express even more of her feelings. Like really be honest here. She perhaps felt she should apologize for the way she treated Sly. Is this from an agent of the law perspective or personal perspective? I'd go with personal. Even if she tried apologizing from a law enforcement's perspective, it's still part of her job. Heck, that's something she's going to have to struggle with when finding Sly in a future game. This is more of a personal thing. Like, Sly, I love you. Personally, I'm sorry of the way I treated you. Don't take this the wrong way. I mean, she was afraid, and still will be. Falling in love with the wanted thief, I mean, Interpol won't take that lightly. For all we know, Carmelita could be apologizing to Sly on how she treated him in Sly 4. But I prefer to lean more towards a general perspective. apologizing throughout everything that's happened between these two. She thought Sly was risking his life in this part. Why not be upfront and honest here? As for Sly saying, I know, me too, did he feel Carmelita was going to say, I love you? Or did he feel she was apologizing? I believe the latter. This is Sly Cooper. He doesn't need the words, I love you from Carmelita. He already knows. He faked his amnesia, spent time with Carmelita for who knows how long. He knew Carmelita loved him. She's the one who pretended Sly was her partner in crime. That told Sly, oh, she definitely loves me. Okay, let's do this. I'm leaning towards Sly trying to apologize here as well. Apologies for what? Carmelita had been chasing Sly for how many years now? Sly knew Carmelita had a thing for him for a long time now. Perhaps he felt awful for how long it took him to finally spend time with her the right way. Heck, in order to do so, he faked his amnesia. He believed that was not the right thing to do, stringing her along a big lie. During that time, Sly did retire from thievery, but there could be more to it. He thought Carmelita would love him if he'd let go of being a thief. That's why he pretended to have amnesia in the first place, to make it easier. He thought him not being a thief would make Carmelita madly fall in love with him. In the end, he feels it's time to apologize on what he thought was the right thing to do. He thought what he did back then, being chased by Carmelita and faking his amnesia, was foolish. You know, pretend to have amnesia in order to get his feelings reciprocated? He could have been thinking about that during this scene. Since perhaps Sly also thought he wouldn't make it, I mean, you never know. He could be acting all strong and confident, but deep down he also could have had some doubt in him. So if he felt that way in this scene, why not just tell her the truth and come clean? Like, if I don't make it, then at least I did something good. I told her the truth. All in all, this scene could just be the two of them acknowledging their feelings. Easily. I don't doubt that. But I thought I'd put a spin to it and go deeper. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you believe this was a simple scene of, I love you too? Or is this a moment where they were trying to apologize to one another? Alright, so share your thoughts, theories, or anything like that. Leave everything in the comment section below, okay? And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.